Hi, Monica. Oh, let me just switch my slides. Hello, everyone that's hopping on. Feel free to pop a hello in the chat and let us know how your day's going or where you're watching from. Make sure that little feature is working. But as people are hopping on, I'm just going to dive right in since we're a few minutes into 12 already. So welcome back for another Grow Nebraska webinar. We're so happy to be here again with Maria. We're nearing the end of the year, which is mind-blowing. I still feel like it's January, but it is now November 1st today. So today, Maria is going to chat about sell online with e-commerce tools. So I'll go ahead and get started. As usual, thank you to Center for Rural Affairs for being a sponsor of the Grow Nebraska Foundation and also sponsoring all these webinars that we're able to host for you guys. As I normally say, without our presenters, our viewers, and our sponsors, none of these would be possible. So huge thank you to all of them. And our featured sponsor for November is Nebraska Public Power District. We actually partnered with them last year to do over 1,000 different gift boxes for their workers, and it was amazing. They supported a lot of Nebraska businesses. Our featured member is the Nebraska Gift Shop, which is located in the Haymarket of Lincoln. So if you're in that area, be sure to go do some holiday shopping with them. They've been a member since 2002, so that's about 21 years, I think. So quite a while. Yes. And then this week's presenter is, of course, Maria Duron. So thank you for being back, Maria. We enjoy all your presentations.
Thank you, Zoe. All right. Well, I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. So let me bring that up first. And let me know if this is your first time in a session with me. Just let me know in that chat box. The chat box is important to find because that's the only place that I can hear you. We don't go out to do videos, so you're not going to get your video to come on your mic or anything. So first time, hello, Jen. Welcome. I'm happy you're here. Awesome, Monica. Thank you for being here. Awesome. Well, wonderful. Perfect. Hello. Yes. And Essie, you're as well your first time. Wonderful. Thank you to everybody that is here. If you want to share what your business is in the chat box, that would be great. That would help even where I can customize everything that I do. Do know that I personalize every session that I do for the people in the room. And because I can't actually hear you, well, you're not actually having the two-way conversation, the best way and the closest way is in that chat box. That's why it's important for you to find that. All right, so we're going to dive in here and talk today about how you can actually sell online and different e-commerce tools that you can use. Hello. Oh, I love this. Perfect. I see people shouting out their business. Even if you want to explain a little bit more about what your business is. Bath and body products. Thank you, Essie. Perfect. All right. Let me go ahead and bring up the slides then. And of course, you're at Grow Nebraska. You know that. I'm wonderfully thankful to be able to partner and work with Grow Nebraska. I am a Grow with Google trainer. If you've never seen me before, I am one of the 7 national trainers, and I'm excited, just happy as can be to be here to help you be able to use free tools that you have access to work with Google and actually have optimized that, because we do know that Google is the #1 search engine in the world. So if you want a copy of today's slides in the handout that I'm using right now, you can go to this URL in red, bit.ly/Google Maria, or you can use that QR code, okay? So that is how you can get that. I dabbled with used books on Amazon. Understand that very much so. Looking at other avenues, absolutely. Are you currently, Jen, utilizing an Amazon store at all, or you started there? And let's see, coaching and training for small business owners. Welcome, Monica. Welcome. Happy to have you here. I'm glad everybody's finding that chat box because, again, I love to be able to hear and customize what I'm doing. So that chat box helps me do that because that is where I can listen to you. So yes, that's how you can get a copy of today's slides. And you're very welcome, Monica. And today we are going to be talking about how you can sell online with e-commerce tools. That URL in the middle there that is in blue is the best URL you can save to go visit anything Google. Google is the #1 search engine in the world. So as small businesses, it's really important for us to understand how to optimize and be able to be found in search. When 94% of the world goes to Google first when they want to know, go, do, or buy, that is where we need to understand what search is and how to be seen. It's also important to understand that Google owns YouTube. So the #1 search engine in the world is Google, but the #2 is YouTube. And it's important as small businesses for us to know how to work with search, how to optimize, how to dominate. So we're found first in search and people will do business with us. That'll help accelerate our business growth. So as you look here, you'll see the hashtag grow with Google and my name, Maria Elena Duron. If you would like to tag me, you can see the first handle that you see there is my name on Twitter or X at Maria Duron, D-U-R-O-N. The second is me on Instagram. So it's at Get Found, Got Growth. Again, Get Found, Got Growth is where you can find me on Instagram. If you want to tag me, I'll definitely share the love and share you out with people to get more visibility by retweeting, reposting, or sharing you in my stories. Okay. All right. So I see here you have the store on vacation mode at the moment. Okay, I understand that too, Jen. I have run quite a few Amazon stores. So we're going to talk all about what you can do and what's possible also for free. This is who I am. As I said, I'm one of the national Google trainers, one of the 7 national Google trainers. I'm excited to be with you today. I come with 20 plus years in small business and 15 of those years in international e-commerce. So I understand e-commerce backwards and forwards. I live, sleep, and breathe it because I understand what it's like to start, even as you expand in the US and expand to other countries, dealing with import, customs, 3PLs, pick and packs, and everything in between if you're dealing with e-commerce. So I'm going to share much more than you find in the slides today, but I do want to make sure you know you have a copy of the slides. So I shared that at the beginning. If you didn't get it right away, it's right here. I'm going to drop that link in the chat, bit.ly/Google Maria. All right, so that's how you can get a copy of the slides in the handout that I'm using right now. And if you do get those there, there's a little PDF there if you want to sign up to get any updates that happen to the slide deck, then please do, because you want to keep updated with the platform. This is where people go, so you need to know how it works. And if there's any updates, then I can keep you updated. So we're going to talk about why you should sell online. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on that because you wouldn't be here if you didn't think it was important, right? How to showcase those products with a business profile, showcase with the Google Merchant Center. Now, even though it says sell online with Shopify, I'm just talking about CMS's, content management systems. So what is a content management system? It is Shopify, it is Wix, it is Squarespace, it is WordPress. It's any place that you can keep your content, put it all together there, and now put that out to where people can buy and shop on your site. So they can do that directly online. Okay. And as always, I end with recaps and resources, really ways that you can optimize and make sure that you actually apply what you learn, because knowledge is not powerful until it is applied. So while we sell online, that's where people go. I mean, even now, 84%, or actually 84% go to mobile first, but of those who go to mobile, 88% will go there first, even for local shopping, when they want to know, go, do, or buy, because they want to know if somebody has the brand in or that they have it in stock. And we also know that they shop first. They do a lot of their research first before they even decide who to do business with. And if they can't find you online, then they don't consider that you're a real business. And they want to work with somebody, no matter what their budget is, be it they want coaching or training, or that they want an actual product. They want to work with somebody who's really good at what they do, as an expert, no matter what their budget is. So it's important for us to show that we are experts in our business and our industry by being online and giving them the information that they need as they go through their decision journey. So where you can showcase your products in Google are all of these places. Now, let me know at the very top, you'll see the Google Business Profile. Let me know in the chat box how many of you have a Google Business Profile. All right. Everything that I'm talking about that you see here is free except for shopping ads. That's the only thing that is not free on that screen. Everything else is free and you do not have to use shopping ads. Okay. Just to run an online store. So let me know if you've got a Google business profile, find that chat box and let me know. Love to hear if you do. If you're showcasing your business then on a Google business profile, and if you don't have one, I highly encourage you to get one. This is 100% free, and this is how you can control what is on Google search and maps. Definitely do start one. Even if you're a home-based business, you can start one and suppress, which means you do not publish or allow your address to be published on Google Maps. It still shows that you are in that industry, shows that you service the local area if you'd like to do that, or the area that you designate. Even if you serve nationwide, I encourage people to focus and do this because this can help you build your reputation, and it is how you control your information. With Google being the #1 search engine in the world, I want to make sure that when people go there, because they're not all on socials, they still have the opportunity to find me and find all the relevant information that they need to make a decision. So as you look here on a Google business profile, you can actually upload all of your products there for free. You can add them. You can put a price range there. You can even put that you can find out more information about them. So you can direct them to the page of your website that might have more details about this. And you can also make sure that they buy from you, even if they want to just buy from you directly. So understand, you don't even need a website. If you have a Google business profile, you can upload your services. So service-based businesses, I saw Monica has services. So if you want to put services on there, you can. If you want to put product on there, you can. And you don't need a website at all. The Google business profile is 100% free. It shows up top of Google search and maps. And understand that Google is evolving to what's known as generative search. So that's AI, artificial intelligence search, and it's serving up first in the results that come from a Google business profile and reviews that come there and any of the questions and answers that are answered there. That's why it's so critical and important for you as a business to have this, and that alone is enough for a digital presence. Now, if you have a website, don't worry, this does not take away from your website. In the race for visibility, I would much rather have 2 horses in that race to capture everybody. In fact, if they see on the first screen of search, so when you're looking at search before they scroll, if they see it's all about me and my business, it shows that I dominate that industry and they want to do business with somebody who knows what they're talking about and what they're doing. Okay, absolutely, Monica. So you can go and utilize your free personal Gmail or free Google account already to access a Google business profile. So if you've got a Gmail account, you're golden. You just need to sign in, and I'll show you the URL that you need to go to now to see and claim your Google business profile. So you must claim and verify it first. And that's proving that you're the business owner. And once you've proven you're the business owner, you can now, of course, manage it and make changes to it, answer reviews, put information up there, upload your products and services so people could see that. But until then, you do have to first verify. If you do not have a Gmail account, do not worry. All you need to do is go to that URL at the bottom left-hand corner you see there in blue. And what you'll do is you'll set up a free Google account. You don't have to get Gmail. You don't have to change your email. All you're going to do is go to that URL, excuse me, and you're going to go ahead and use your current email address and create a password. And like every other password protected site online, you'll use that to log in to access all the free tools. So when you're adding your products into a Google business profile, you'll just go into the products area and upload any photos. Remember, you want photos that really showcase what people are looking for. What are they most interested in? Is it reading the label? Is it seeing that you have an overall collection? So really, we are responsible for being experts on our customers. What do they need as they make decisions? You can select or create a category. You don't have to put a price, but I always say put a price range. So at least you give a range because that'll help you in another area of Google. And I'll show you that in just a minute. You can add the description. I do encourage you to add a description because you really need to understand and know the words that people search with and how they look for things. Like, for example, if you have strawberry jam, are they looking for strawberry jam? or because I actually live in the base of the panhandle of Texas, and they could be looking for petite strawberry. In Texas, petite strawberry is very well known. It's one of the favored strawberries that people like here. And because of that, then are they looking for petite strawberry jam or just petite strawberry, how they can grow it? There's a difference, and you don't want to find people who are just interested in growing it unless they're interested in growing it and eating it. And then of course you can add the button order online or buy. Okay. And now you just click save once you've done that. And that's how your product will appear in Google search and maps. So understand, and I'm guilty of this too. So I went to go visit my dad, and he's 87. And he and mom were celebrating his birthday, and his first thing he wanted was a banana split. So I'm very guilty of searching for a banana split near me. We search for things that are near us, and understand that if your product is near somebody and they can find it and they can see a photo of it that matches what's in their memory or what they're believing it should look like when they find it, now you have a great opportunity, because now you're visible to them and you exist, and people can do businesses with businesses that they think exist. If they don't know you exist, they can't do business with you. Now, Google Merchant Center is a little bit different. Understand this can be used 100% for free. So let me dispel the myth right now that you only use Google Merchant Center for paid ads. You can do that. You have to do that for the paid ads, what's known as paid shopping ads. But there are so many other features within your Google Merchant Center that are 100% free that will help maximize and make sure you're seen all over Google. And you want to do that, because even though I mentioned Google Business Profile for Google Search and Maps, that's just two places that Google has. Google has Gmail and YouTube and everything else. Do you need to have a UPC for Google Merchant Center? You do not have to have a UPC. You can have your own SKU, but in order to actually be able to do some ads, you will need a UPC, and to be able, Tanya, to market internationally, you will need what's known as a GTIN. That's an international UPC code. So without that, you will just be able to sell in the US with what's known as a SKU or an identifier. So I know a lot of people who utilize it, and they might have, coffee cup 1 and then coffee cup 2. That could be the name that they name it within their store. But then as you get a barcode, that makes it easier, especially if you've got a lot of items that you're bringing in. And we'll talk about that in just a minute. But that's a great question, Tanya. I hope I answered your question there. So where your products can appear when you're using Google Merchant Center. The first thing is Google search results. Of course, we all know what Google search looks like. This is what it looks like on a laptop, but most of the time, 84% of us go to a mobile first. But the next place is shopping tab. And that is why I brought up the fact that you want to put a price range to it. Because if you look at the shopping tab, that is where people go shopping and price comparing. So they might want to look for something between the price of $15 or $30, and maybe they want it in powdered format. So I'm just looking at the left-hand side here of this laptop, and you can see that they can decide the different form. Even if there's a favorite brand they're looking for, they can shop this way. And if you're not here and your competitors are, they're more likely to do business with your competitors than you. A lot of times people don't do business with people because they don't know they exist. This is true even as Thanksgiving is coming up this month. As you're sitting around the Thanksgiving table, there's going to be family members that you realize that you've been sitting next to for 20 something years, and now you know what they're doing. You've finally figured out what they do, or that they have a product, or they're involved with something, and you never knew that before. So we know that a lot of times people aren't aware of what you do just because it's front and center for you. But when they're shopping and utilizing shopping price comparison, they can look and shop, and you can be considered. And that's what you do want to do. Part of funnel building, awareness is first in a funnel. So the way a marketing funnel works is awareness is top. That's the biggest part of the funnel. The next part is consideration. So if people are aware, now they can consider you. They can decide this or that, this price, this feature, or that feature. Now that you can be considered, that they want to do business with you. Then comes conversion, which is they either do business with you. So there's an exchange of money, an exchange of time, exchange of email. They give you their email address. You give them a downloadable PDF, or they submit a contact form. You set up an appointment with them. There is a conversion, an actual action that happens that shows they're interested in your product, service, or solution. Okay, so Google Shopping is where you can show up. Google Images is another place that you can show up. We know that we're a highly visual society. Just think TikTok, and everything that happened in 2020 with TikTok. So we know that this is most important. In fact, if you're looking at search, the AI generative search, you know that it actually leans into photos and videos much more. They're given more favor in the algorithm. So which means you show up higher in search. So Google Lens is another place you can show up. How many of you have used Google Lens? Okay, just let me know in that chat box, because Google Lens is actually an AI that's been around for a few years, at least 7 years. And this AI, what it does is it's on your phone. All Androids have it loaded onto their phone, but you can get it for free on the App Store or the Android or Google Play Store. And what you do is if you take a photo of something, let's say I'm at a festival today, right? I'm in Kearney, I'm in a festival, and I see all these great spices, but I don't want to bog myself down with carrying things. So I just snap a photo of the funnel spice, looking to see who might have it locally or where I can get it locally. So I don't have to, I can just enjoy the festival and enjoy eating and not have to carry everything around. So you see Google Images, what happens is when I snap that, Google searches by image. So not just by text or not just by what we say, hey Google, hey Alexa, but it can search by images as well. And it actually has a lot of other powerful features like being able to translate text instantly. It's really a great tool, but for us in small business who are trying to market our business and sell online, it is vital because we need to show up wherever people are looking, okay? And if they're looking and utilizing images to search, then we need to show up there. Now, shopping ads, remember, a lot of people believe that Google Merchant Center is just about shopping ads. It's not. That's such a small portion. Yes, you can pay for ads. If you look at the right-hand side there on that laptop, at the very top, it says that it's ads, and those pictures are all shopping ads. So in order to show up there, you have to have a Google Merchant Center account. But do understand that this is a paid position. You don't have to do that because you've got all these other places that I've shown you just a moment before to also show up for free. So you definitely want to take advantage of that. Now, how you can get started with Google Merchant Center is you can create an account utilizing, again, logged into the Gmail or the free Google account that you have. This is not the paid workspace account at all. This is for free with your free personal Gmail. You'll go to this URL at the very bottom below, excuse me, below the laptop, trying to cough at the same time. Sorry about that. We've had such a switch in weather here. I don't know if you're experiencing it too, but we've gone from like being at 76, then we were at 32 yesterday, and then this morning we were at 30. So we made such a switch, which means that I get to clear my throat more, and I apologize to each of you. Now, if you go look at g.co/merchant center, that's how you can get started with Google Merchant Center. You will put in your business name. You'll put in the country, and do put in the correct time zone that you're in. I know you're in Central Time Zone. Put that in. It's important because when you're measuring your marketing, you need to know exactly when people take action on different activities. Like, for example, if you send out a post or an email marketing, you want to know how effective it is. And does it take people a couple of hours to see it, a couple of things to see, a couple of visits? It really helps you to become the expert in your customer that you need to be. You can now select your checkout options. It either can be on your website if you do have a website, so you can do that. Now, do know that you do have to have a way for people to check out online in order to use Google Merchant Center's shopping ads. Okay, so the shopping ads part. Now, you can also put that you check out on Google here. So they could check out on Google. You might have that available in your area where you actually check out on Google. So it works like a actual merchant processing. Not every region has that yet. Or at a local store. All right, so you can choose any of these, but you will have to have, in order to run Google Ads, you'll have to have a website. But you can use any of these just to showcase the fact that you're in Google Images, in Google Shopping, and Google Lens. Now, if you use any tools like this, you're going to check the box on how they can check out. So you can check as many as you like. And even though 2 are featured here, there's even more that you may use. You do want to opt in for the email because you want to get the latest updates of when there are changes or when there's a new opportunity. So that way you're there before any competitors there, right? And then you do need to read the terms of service. Now, there are certain guidelines to be able to use Google Merchant Center, and I'll talk about those in a minute. But I do want to show you here, when you're in Google Merchant Center, just like any other Google tool, you can navigate everything here on the right-hand side. So the right margin is how you can navigate you can actually navigate the tool to look at your products or the performance, how well is it doing, and if there's any growth and visibility. You will have to verify your business. So you have to prove that you're the business owner. Google requires that of anything in Google, because you can't make any changes if you're not the owner. We don't want competitors doing nefarious things, right? So as you look here, one of the ways to verify is Google Analytics. And if you have a website, then you absolutely need to be able to put your connect Google Analytics there, because it lets you know how people search your site, how they consume information. It truly does help you get that leg up in becoming an expert in your customer. And once you're attached to Google Analytics and verified that you're the business owner there, and you go to Google Merchant Center, it recognizes it right away, and you don't have to worry about going through a lengthy or more complicated verification process because Google tools do talk to each other, okay? Now I see Tanya's question here. Can Google Merchant Center connect to any shipping platform? It can connect to any processing. So it's got to be a processing site, Tanya. So it's got to be something like, let me go here. You're going to want to, well, I say any, it can't to like Etsy and eBay and Amazon, because those are all closed loop systems. So it can't attach there, but it can attach to, let's say you have WooCommerce, which is the e-commerce side of WordPress. So it can attach there. It can attach to Squarespace, it can attach to a Wix account. Those are all content management systems, and you have to have a place where you process payments. And so that's the big thing if you're going to be utilizing the shopping ads. Now, if you're not utilizing shopping ads, then if you go back here, those are the other places you can connect as well. And you won't have to worry about, you can go directly to a shipping platform, Tanya, if you are processing your payments on Google, if you have that available to you. It's going to be available to everybody in the US. It's just rolling out slowly by region. So not like Pirate Ship or Shippo. Yes, you're actually going to be able to connect to all of those. So let me, I guess I might have put that upside down just a bit, because I was thinking that Tanya was asking, do you need to be connected to those before you can be in Merchant Center? Once you're in Merchant Center, you can connect to all of those, SC, that like you're talking about. Pirate Ship, Shippo, ShipBob, all of those to actually process it. So I was looking at her question, like, do you need that in order to get started with Merchant Center? You don't need that, but you can connect to all of those afterwards. And I'll show you how in just a moment, okay? So let's go ahead and bring this up front and center. I'm glad you asked that question, Essie, because then I didn't want you to believe that you can't use any of those other shipping tools, because you can use shipping platforms. So as we go through here and you verify your business, now you're going to add those products in, right? So you do need to add them. You can do that individually, or you can put multiple products in by using an actual feed. So you'll use, when I say a feed, you'll use a Google Sheet. So that's a spreadsheet. You'll put all your products there, and you'll do that if you have multiple products. Let's say you have t-shirts and you have 20 different colors. You don't want to have to add all those, especially if you have 50 different types of t-shirts. That can be really cumbersome. So this is a great way for you to upload all of your products all at once and not have to key all those in. Now in Google Merchant Center, how you add those in an individual product is, you'll see it gives you the opportunity to say which language, United States, that you're selling in. And then if you have any identifiers, you can, but it doesn't have to be a GTIN or a UPAC. So you can even make your own identifiers. For a while, I worked with a brand that, it was their brand name 01, brand name 02. That was their identifiers. Types of platforms rather than Wix or Square. I thought they were asking about those types of platforms. Oh, no, Essie, thank you. Thank you for clarifying. I thought, I really had it upside down. So I was thinking that she was asking if you need that before you get started in Google Merchant Center. So to even get on Merchant Center. So that was my mistake. I read it that way. So it's a good thing that we're chatting here in the chat box and clarifying, right? Now you can also add multiple products here as well. And you can see that you want to click off here and check that you want to have local services and services across Google, because anytime Google launches a surface, like Google Lens is considered a surface, it's a place where they can display ads or they can display information, images, the shopping tab, all of that, you want to be there. So now you're going to click continue. Once you click continue, now you're going to have the opportunity to see a Google Sheet, which works just like Excel. So it's a spreadsheet that's already laid out if you've got multiple products, and it'll walk you through, if you have several products to add, how to add that. So now you're going to go ahead and finish setting up. You're going to use that template and upload an existing spreadsheet. If you already have a spreadsheet, just make sure you look at the template here that you have the right heading so everything matches. So Tanya's asking, is it normal when I add products via Shopify and it has variants for it to disapprove in Google Merchant Center? The variants, yes, actually, you know what? That's a warning. And so why it's disapproved is because every variant has to have its own identifier. So if it's, let's say, if I have a blue shirt and this is brand 1, and I have a red shirt, that has to be brand 2. If I have a red shirt that's small for a woman, that needs to be brand 2, red shirt, small, S for a woman, W, or A for adult, woman, W, or A, F for female. It has to have all of that. And that's where a lot of people do see those warnings. It'll still work for you without that, but you will get that you're having some problems with things disapproved. It's really a warning because it's not reading the variant, and your variant has to be very specific. So let's say if I'm going to play with the t-shirts, because I just did this for a company. They had t-shirts that were for 6 to 8-year-olds, and then for 9 to 12-year-olds. So understand that's not just child t-shirt. 6 to 8 is, brand 1, what color, what age group, what size, all of that. So it has to have, every single variant has to have a specific identifier that all I would need, because remember, Google is just a machine in the background and a bot reading this. And it has to be able to go to that number and go exactly to that item, not have a choice of, okay, now I'm at this item and I get to choose if I want large or extra large. No, everything has to have its own exact. So when I want a extra large t-shirt in green for women with cutoff sleeves and the logo in the back, I need to be able to put that one number in and go directly to it. And that's it, not any choices of extra large, large, or anything like that. And that is where I do see a lot of issues that people have with Google Merchant Center, is because they take them to where there could be a large category, like, okay, here's a red adult female shirt, but now they have to choose the size. And the size, each size has to have its own identifier. So again, that's an identifier so that the machine can actually identify this is exactly this product. Does that make sense? Now, when you're in Google Sheets, you'll see these are the actual headings that you need to be able to upload all that. You're very welcome. You're welcome. Great question, Tanya. When you've done this, now you will show up not just in Google search, but also in Google Shopping tab. Remember, this is 100% for free, that price comparison, and to be able to shop by brand or by colors. You can do that in Google Shopping tab. Google Images, where you'll show up when people are searching for different images. Google Lens, if they're using Google Lens AI to actually search, which many people are. And then Google Shopping tab is where you can utilize this to be able to run ads, okay? So when you connect to Google, if you're in any CMS, content management system, so if you're in a content management system, which is where you are actually, it's like a website, actually is a content management system, you'll see that you have the ability to navigate to sales channel. This navigation will look different for different tools. You're looking for sales channels, and you'll see several pop up here. Now, I know this is showing you just Google, but really all these other rectangles will be like Facebook shops, Instagram shops, TikTok shop. So there'll be other channels that you can connect with through your content management system to those actual channels. And now you can start connecting here, right? You can start saying, if you're utilizing Shopify, you'll know exactly what details will be shared with Shopify and with Google. You can connect your Google account now to show that you are the owner of this Google Merchant Center. Here's the place though I want to slow down and really spend some time, just because these are the places where people do get tripped up. You do have to have a valid payment method. You cannot use Google Merchant Center if you don't have a way for people to pay and buy from you. You have to have some sort of place online that they can go to grab that information. All right, so they can see all that, either the different sizes or the different variations. There needs to be something there. You also have to have a refund policy. All right, so a refund policy. Now this one, it says remove your online store password. That is just because this is connecting with Shopify, right? This happens to be the Shopify back office. Everyone's going to be different. You don't have to remove your online store password to connect with Google at all. All you need to do really is just connect with a Google account, and everything there now does read from each other, but you have to allow that first here in the first screen. Where is that at? Right here. You'll see that. If you don't allow that and you say cancel, then you won't be able to have it read that information. The third, though, and the most important, is you do need to have a refund policy. These three things are where people also get tripped up in Google Merchant Center. Is you must have a refund policy and terms of service that are visible. Now, I was working with a group just really last week, and they wanted to know, well, so I have to refund people? I don't want to, because I have a product that, once you buy it, you've bought it. I said, no, you don't have to refund them. That's not what that means. It means that you have to have a refund policy, which means we don't refund. Once you buy it, all sales are final. That's your policy, but it has to be visible on a site or online, because people need to be able to go there, as Google does also, to be able to refer to it, to know that this is what the options are when somebody buys from you. It cannot be hidden. It has to be visible. Public facing is very important. So that's why that refund policy, even though you may know that you do not give any refunds, all sales are final, it needs to be in writing somewhere where people can find it online, and you're proving that you have it here, that it is visible that you have a refund policy, and that is all sales are final, or you get a refund in the first week, or if you don't, it's an unopened box, you can give a refund as well. Okay, now you'll sync up those product feeds, so you can get started with syncing that up, and you will connect your Google Merchant Center account again with Shopify. And because I have and operate a little over 50 different Shopify stores, I know this Shopify is the one I know like the back of my hand. I know that you'll already be connected there. There's no creating or logging in. As long as you've already done your Merchant Center, you're just going to be connected once it recognizes your Google account. And I also know that you can go here and set the product feeds, your target market, and the shipping settings. That's where you will have everything connected, like your Ship Bob, or I'm trying to think what else, Shipwire. I'm trying to think of the other shipping. I'm blanking on the shipping, the different shipping tools, but different 3PL tools will all be linked there, so you can set those shipping settings too. And then if you want to do ads, you can, but you don't have to do ads. Okay, so I just want you to know, optimize and maximize everything that you have available for free. Get that right and get that going and profitable for you before you ever do ads. All right. But the big thing here is to just get started. Dive in there, because once you dive into Google Merchant Center, you're going to have some questions. And the very cool thing is that Grow Nebraska will help you. That team at Grow Nebraska knows how to do this, and they can help you. And if not, you know what they'll do? They'll do what they did yesterday. They had a question and they said, Maria, can you answer this for somebody? Now, there's some where if it's a lengthy question, it might be something more that we need to do, but some quick questions they can absolutely help with, and I can as well, or they'll reach out to me for me to help. Okay. So do know that you have a wonderful resource there as a member of Grow Nebraska. It's indispensable, really, in growing your business. So some additional resources for you to be aware of as you're growing your business is, if you did like everybody else at 2020, went into the panic of, oh my gosh, I've got to move my business online, and you did it quickly, and you kind of threw up a website, and you've not really gone back to look to see if it's working for you, here's a 100% free site. It is by Google, and you can go to g.co/growmystore, put your website URL there, and it will let you know what needs to be fixed, what could be slowing things down, what might be missing, what needs, maybe what's too big on your site, so it's not giving a good experience for somebody who's shopping and looking through your site because it covers too much or makes it too hard for something to read. It will let you know, and then it will email you exactly what the changes need to happen and how to fix it. So I really like that because it's another set of eyeballs looking at your website. And really, it's Google search. And you want to give great confidence to the search engine. The reason being is when Google is confident with what you have and that you're a real business, it serves you higher in search. So that's an unknown, really hidden SEO. So if you've ever heard of SEO, that's search engine optimization practice, is to give confidence to the search engine by connecting all your Google tools, like your Google business profile, your Google Merchant Center, your YouTube channel, because that's Google, your Google Analytics, your Google Search Console, your Google Ads, your Google Sites. Once you connect all of your Google tools together, every tool is confirming to each tool saying, hey, that information matches this and matches that. They're a real business. They're not just a hobby or some sort of fishing company that's just throwing up a site fishing for information. This is the real deal. And when you're the real deal and it sees that it's viable and helpful information to people who search, it shows you up higher in search. So we do want to make sure the search engine is confident enough to show us higher in search. You can also start looking for opportunities too. If you already sell online or you're looking, let's say you're not even already selling online. Let's say you're looking to sell online. So you can click Get Started here and go to g.co/market finder. And you can decide whether or not you want to look at what's happening domestically or not. Now, if you have a website, I encourage you to put that website there. Let's say you don't have a website. If you don't have a website, not to worry. I would put my competitor here because I'd like to know and have as much competitive research as possible before I spend any of my time, energy, and money or blood, sweat, and tears. So I do like to put that in there and see what it's suggesting for even my competitors, where they can go market their product, where there's opportunity and potential markets that would be really aligned with buying from them. And I will go to those and look at those as well. So let me bring that back up front and center. If you do have a website, you can put your website URL there. You can look because of the website that you've put in, even if it's a competitor's, it'll let you add or delete categories. You're not changing anything on a competitor. You're just doing this for the research standpoint. You're aligning with and leaning into the competitor already has online experience or online history that Google can pull from. And then you can also add categories. So different categories that really describe the business. And then you can confirm those categories. Then you can decide, do you want to sell just domestically? That means just in the US, or globally. You want to go worldwide. So you can decide and select that. What it will then tell you is it'll recommend the markets. In this instance, if you go back here, we selected globally in this example, and then now went to see what the top recommended markets are if we're expanding globally. So you can see the top 3 are Germany, United Kingdom, and France. Had we decided to use within the US, it may be that it showed us that Texas, California, and New York, or Texas, Florida, and New York are the best places. So it'll show us geographically in the US what are the best markets for us if you choose that left side within the US. Now, once you've done this, that's about as far as you can go without your actual website, okay? You can attempt to put this information in to find out information about your competitor. It will probably not give you the results that you're looking for because you're not a verified owner, okay? But if you do have a website, you can put yours there as well. You can try. I've heard some people have been successful with it, but usually I know they're getting really strict with verification of things, so I wouldn't bank on it just yet. But if you have a website, then you can put that in. You can go ahead and put that you want email updates. You're going to sign into Google. Your free Gmail account or free Google account is a Google account. Once you've done that, now you can actually go in and see that you can look at the markets even more in depth. So again, this is for an international, but it could as well have said domestically, Texas, Florida, and Oklahoma. So it could say all those things. But you'll find out for each of those countries or each of those states, the actual profile, the population size, corruption percentage. So how much of is there an issue with corruption and government and taxing there, the median age of that actual area, and the breakdown of that age, right? To help you make good decisions, especially if you know that your best customer is between the ages of 25 and 35, or they're 44 and 64 is your best customer. You can also get a chance to see what the product is, what kind of purchasing power that they have, what kind of disposable income do they have in that area. It'll also give you logistics information. So what is it like trading across the borders if there's an issue, or how is it like to be able to import things in if there's any imports? Logistically, it could be, how many warehouses in that are in that area. Let's say you're looking at going out to Texas. So yeah, I might want to look at that, because I'm also looking for places where if I'm bringing in manufacturing from another country, I have a place for boats to dock and I can bring in products. So if I'm doing the shipping side of it, of the business, and bringing in other product or manufacturing it elsewhere, I could do that. So I might want to look at those logistics. You can also see what their online behavior is like. You can have a chance to see whether or not they pay attention to Google Ads, whether they have an Android or they have an iPhone, all right, what they're searching for, how often are they searching. You can also see their purchase behavior, get a chance to see how many are purchasing online. It's great if you have 50,000 people who could potentially be your customer, but if you're selling online and only 1,000 of them actually buy online, it could be a big curve that you actually have to mount and to educate people how to buy online. So it could be a lot that you're having to invest in your time, energy, and money. Okay, so you can see that breakdown. The big thing here now is I shared a lot of tools with you and you have questions. So I came at you pretty fast with a lot of tools, but if you want a copy of today's slides, let me drop that one last time here into the chat box / Google Maria. You can get a copy of today's slides, right? And the handout. And the big thing is, after our time today, I sent a lot of information your way. Most all of it, other than Google Shopping ads, 100% free. So what are you going to take action on? Because understand, knowledge is not powerful until it is applied. So let me know if you would like to, just one or two things that you're going to take action of to make the 48 minutes that we spent together so far an investment in your business and not just an expense. Okay. So I do want to know that as you're writing that down, who can help you with it is Grow Nebraska. This is a wonderful team, really. And I say it's a tool because it's a tool in your tool chest of who can help you, who can support you, who has the local resources or recommendations to be able to refer you there. And I love local business. I focus really on local business, and I want you to support your local business economy. So that is who to reach out to if you have any questions after this, or you just need to know, okay, how do I put this merchant center up? Or how do I set up my Google business profile? They'll do that. They'll help you with that. If I can help you, you can find me here. Understand that this is a paid membership for you to be involved in. You may or may not want to do this. This is just if you want to ask me directly. I just want to give you that as an option. But really, remember what I said. Grow Nebraska, that's your team. I don't always get to speak to teams and groups of people that have the kind of support that you have with Grow Nebraska. So I'm excited to be here today and know that you already have that to apply what you learn. Of course, this is how you can reach me. If you want to reach me online, if you go to bit.ly/find Maria, it brings up all my socials, and just connect with me on the one that you like using the most. You can find my site. And of course, you see Twitter or X and Instagram listed there. Now, let me see. I see some questions here. As you're dropping those questions down, I do want to give you the opportunity and to model some great behavior for you. So when you've given good product or good service, then you do need to ask for a review. Understand, reviews make a huge difference in Google's algorithm, and you want to leave a review. Now, I'm asking you kindly if you would, but you don't have to leave me a review. It's not required. But if you do, you can use that QR code, or you can go to reviewmaria.com and it'll take you directly to my Google business profile. So I'm just mirroring for you that anytime you provide great product or service, ask, because 96% of people do not leave a review for anybody because they were not asked. And of those who were asked, 68% would have left a higher review, or of those who were not asked, of those who did leave a review, would have left a higher review had they been asked. So we need to ask, especially when we provided great service. All right, now I'm going to go ahead and run to the Q&A. As we go here, let me go ahead and minimize that Q&A screen. I'm going to go to questions here as well. So let me go to, let's see, Monica, or to actual actions, applying what you've learned. Monica, she's going to set up her business profile. Yay, Monica. I love that. Be sure to reach out to the team at Grow Nebraska if you need any help. Seriously, they're there for you. And I'm not getting paid to say that, okay? They're just wonderful partners. I need to sign into a platform for shopper to be able to check out. Yes, you need a platform for them to be able to check out unless you've got buy on Google available to you. I don't know who has that available because anytime Google makes any changes, it rolls out across regions. And sometimes it rolls out in the course of a week. Sometimes it takes 2 years to roll out. So you'll need to take a look at that, Jen. If you're not sure, get with Grow Nebraska to be able to help you. And doing that, they will probably even recommend some good places and good platforms to be able to use. Okay. I'm going to set up your Google business profile. Yes. I mean, free, you're right there, everything free in Google search and maps. Why not, right? And control that in your Google Merchant Center. Perfect, Essie, that's awesome. Are those platforms Square? Yes, so not PayPal, that's all checkout. So you're talking about Squarespace. So it has to be a place where you have that, all the processing. I'm gonna say PayPal may. I'm not sure because I'm not that familiar with PayPal's platform. Yes, definitely. Jen, check with Grow Nebraska because they're going to have exactly the best options that have worked, especially for depending on your business size. They have that kind of experience. And the good thing is if you need anything locally, they can also refer you to other local members too, right? All right. Any other questions? And Jen, feel free, you can, once you get a copy of today's slides, if you get, if you already downloaded it or it's emailed to you, you can reply to the email there and message me if you want. But I will tell you that I would lean into Grow Nebraska. It'll take me at least 5 to 7 days before I respond to you. I'm just terrible with email because I am in these sessions and presenting, but they are right there for you. Okay. All right. I'm going to go ahead then and stop the share, but I am going to stay here if you've got any questions.
Okay. Well, thank you again, Maria. It's always a pleasure to have you present. I myself take a lot of great takeaways, and I know several others do. We all love you. So thank you for taking time out of your day to present. And of course, thank you to everyone that tuned in live to join us to get some more knowledge. Like Maria said, if you have any questions or need any help with anything to do with Google, we are here for you. So feel free to email me at zoe@grownebraska.org, or you can call that number there, and any of our team members would be happy to assist you. And then we actually only have one more training for this year. And that will be I will be presenting for that. So that's November 16th, and that is a photography course. It's going to be the basics on how to take good product photos with just using your smartphone. So that is up and live for registration. And then in the new year, we'll hop back on January 18th, and that will be how to start selling in Amazon stores with Abby, and she's an Amazon expert. So both of these are up, so feel free to scan the QR code to go register for those, or you can go to grownebraska.org and click the upcoming trainings tab, and that will take you directly there. And then, like Maria said, Google reviews are a huge thing for the Google algorithm, and we love to read them. So feel free to let us know how we're doing and how our services are helping grow your business. Feel free to scan the QR code, or you can just Google search Grow Nebraska Foundation and we will pop up there, and you can leave a kind review. We would very much appreciate it. And then save the date for Market Tech Conference 2024. It will be on February 29th, which I always like to point out is a leap year, so I find that kind of funky. And we will have Maria live and in stereo, so you'll get to meet her in person if you do attend. And then we will be announcing the speakers as we line them up. So be on the lookout on our social media, or you can visit markettechconference.com, where you can also get registered early. Registration is live, and it's just a fun day full of learning, connecting, and networking. And I'm so happy Maria will be there again. It was so nice to have her. I don't know, it wasn't last year, it was the year before. So we're so happy to have her back. But that's all my announcements for now. So thanks again, Maria, for all your presentations, and thank you to everyone for tuning in live. And I hope you all have a great rest of your week.
Thank you, Zoe.
Thank you. Bye.